Welcome back to my channel. My name is Meredith and I make a video every single Monday all about homemaking, and I also have vlogs and how we travel as a family of 5. On this week's video, it's going to be a vlog about us going to the boat show in Orlando and then going to Tampa and like the Tampa Bay area. This is my last travel vlog in this series. I kind of did like a summertime series of where we kind of went all over Florida and some tips and tricks on how we traveled as a family of 5, like how we packed and where we stayed and where we ate at. So if you want to catch up on my other travel vlogs, those should be the previous videos that have been uploaded. We went to Marco Island one weekend, and then we went to the Jupiter Palm Beach area as well. So if you're interested in those, make sure you click those and watch them. And if you have visited these areas, let me know some of your favorite places and we'll have to check them out next time. So here is us in Orlando. We went to the boat show. My husband is an avid fisherman and he loves fishing, and so does my son and my daughter. We have 3 kids. They are ages 7, 5, and 2.5. So pretty much just our 7-year-old goes. And so we were just looking at the different options now that we live in Central Florida now. We moved from Knoxville, Tennessee. So my husband did more like bass fishing there, whereas where we live here in Central Florida, we're kind of able to go to a bunch of different islands and just a lot of different places. So for now, I think we'd really like to get, he said maybe like a flats boat. I don't know all the difference, but this boat you see right here is like their $3 million yacht, which clearly that's like out of our price range, but it was really cool to go aboard and just to see all the really cool features. But anyways, we'll most likely end up getting a bay boat. That way my husband can go fishing, take our son, and that way all 5 of us can fit on the boat too on certain times that we'd like to go out. I really loved the pontoon boats, cool, which are so fun for families, especially big families. And check out, this is like their outdoor kitchen setup. I really, really like this. It helped give me some really fun ideas for our outdoor kitchen that we will hopefully have. We are currently renting and are in the process. We have purchased land and we'll get to build soon. So I am so excited for that.
I snap my fingers to keep her attention. Good girl. Give her a round of applause. Up, 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 up. Good girl.
She's a bit squirrely out there. Oh, 360.
This squirrel, she will steal rolls of toilet paper and leave the dog away. Good girl. That's 2 laps. 1 more all the way around.
On her own. Let's see.
All right. I'm going to step back. See if she's got the 3rd lap. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Good girl. You want to...
After the boat show, we headed over to one of my favorite restaurants in the Orlando area. It's called the Hampton Social. This is one of their brunch dishes. Look how beautiful. First of all, how beautiful it is outside. All of their food and drinks are so delicious. And this is in kind of a little shopping center near the Orlando Convention Center. I definitely recommend eating at this restaurant. Again, it was called the Hampton Social, and this is their little bar area right here. So gorgeous. Definitely call and make a reservation. And I think they actually have like some private dining areas if you wanted to do like a bridal shower or baby shower or any kind of like special event too. So pretty. Then on a separate weekend, we were going to like the Tampa Bay area for my husband's friend. They're doing a fundraiser for one of their families, so we wanted to make sure we attended that. And since we were in that area, we decided just to go for the evening and check out the area and take the kids to a Tampa Bay Rays baseball game, which was so fun. I grew up watching baseball and I love baseball. I'm actually a Chicago Cubs fan. I grew up in Indiana, so go Cubbies go. So that was fun for the kids to be able to do that. And this is just us heading into that Tampa Bay area. We decided to go to Clearwater Beach for the day, which was so fun. I grew up actually going there with my family when I was young. And it was really, really pretty. So we, of course, ate at Frenchie's. Frenchie's, I definitely recommend eating here lunch, dinner. I think they open at like 11 a.m. But we were able to stay on this beach right here. And then you can walk to Frenchie's. It's right in the same area. So it's perfect if you have small kids too. That way you can enjoy the beach and grab some lunch. And then when we were done with our beach day, we went and checked into our hotel and then got ready for the event that evening. Now, how we pack is when we go to the beach, we normally go fishing, or like my husband and oldest son go fishing. So we take my husband's truck. So we pack in like not a normal typical duffel bag or suitcase. We just use like these plastic bins. and my husband measured them. That way they fit perfectly back in there. And that way, when we go into a hotel, we can just take everything that we need or just grab the backpack or smaller bag out of that container. And that way it's still protected. It doesn't really get wet and it's super convenient to use. And then on our final day, we woke up and we wanted to get a yummy brunch before the Tampa Bay Rays baseball game. So this is really close to the stadium, I think like 5 or 10 minutes away. And it's called Cassie's. Absolutely delicious. It is hands down the best brunch I've probably had in my life. And that's saying something because I've had a lot of brunches. And I worked for Bonefish Grill for 4 years after I graduated college. So I have a pretty good grasp on brunch and restaurants and just what I would highly recommend to people. And then we just enjoyed the baseball game. They actually have live stingrays right here that you can take your kids to go see. So it was really cool to see that. And then we just headed to our seats and enjoyed the baseball game. And then we headed home. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Meredith. I make a video every single Monday all about homemaking and family travel vlogs. I have been a homemaker for about 7 years now. I am married and we have 3 kids ages 7 and under. On this week's video, we are doing a travel vlog to Jupiter and Palm Beach, which is in Florida, and it is on the Atlantic side. One thing I always do is some sort of grocery delivery or pickup. We're here in Publix right now because on this day we are actually going to go straight to the beach and hang out. This way we can have like snacks, lunches, drinks, anything that we would need, especially in Florida. It gets so hot, so it's nice to stock up and stay hydrated. And I do this whether we're staying like in a hotel or condo or like VRBO, Airbnb. That way we have access to what we need. I also do this because, as you can tell, we drive my husband's truck when we go to the beach. That way they have all of their fishing stuff and big coolers. So there's not really always room to store all the food and snacks and drinks that we need. So this is the Dubois or Dubois park and like the Jupiter Beach Park area. It is really pretty and has public access. So it was nice we could drive in this day and just park, and there were actually bathrooms we could get changed in, and we stopped by the beach for a little bit and then went to this other little area, which was so nice to go swimming and enjoy a little beach area. You have been to Jupiter or Palm Beach or like anywhere in that area, where are your favorite places to go that are like family friendly? So this is that little like beach swimming area, which is like goes to the ocean. I feel like this is like a diamond in the rough. Like my husband knew about this area, and so here's us just walking down from the parking area right there, which has public access. And then we just took our beach wagon and all of our beach stuff, a bunch of snacks and drinks. And it's kind of like first come, first serve. So we just got a spot over in this beach area. And you want to go when the tide is the highest, because as you can tell, and you'll see later on in the video, here's where the water starts. Now this is the ocean, so this like feeds out into the Atlantic right here. But it starts up high, and then as the day goes on, you can tell it gets like the tide goes out. So it gets lower and lower. So just kind of be mindful of that if you do visit this area. Also, right behind us, there are actually grills, or like people bring their own grills, and there's picnic tables and areas that you can kind of set up your own little space. So again, it is first come, first serve. It is such a cool little area, especially for families. I highly recommend stopping in this area, at least for the day. And we just went for the day, and it was awesome. We got there about 9 or 10 o'clock, and then we left at about, I think, 2 or 3 p.m. and then went to go check into our hotel. So this was taken, I think like right before we left, and you can tell where the water level is. It's definitely going way down. It was super low tide there. So here is my sweet little youngest. I got him to nap on me, thank goodness, because of course we're going somewhere in the middle of his nap time. But luckily he napped on me. Okay, this is Guanabanas. This is, if I recommend one place in Jupiter to eat or go do an experience, it is this restaurant. It's called Guanabanas, and they do not take reservations, so it's kind of like first come, first serve. So you put your name on the wait list right when you get there. But honestly, when we got there, we tried to go super early think we got there at like 4:30 or 5. Honestly, maybe it might have been 5:30, and they told us it was an hour and a half wait, and it only ended up being like 40 or 45 minutes, which I know sounds like a super long time, especially if you have kids, but it's so worth it. Just put your name on the list, go to the bar. You can get drinks. We got our kids like Shirley Temples and just like a fun drink for them to have. And there's a bunch of different areas you can sit around. They'll have live music and just a lot of cool things for your family, especially your little kids, to kind of keep them entertained until a table does open up. So those stairs right there actually lead down to this little dock area pictured here, which is so pretty. You can see the boats come in and go out, and there's tons of seating right here, and you can take your drinks down there, grab an appetizer, and just wait until your table's ready. Everything on this menu is so delicious. The drinks, appetizers, salads, entrees, everything. One thing I will say though is I'm a big crab cake lover. Like, I love getting crab cakes when I go to the beach. And when I've gotten crab cakes here before, it is kind of shelly. It's because they're obviously like super fresh. But I just noticed, I was like, oh, it's a little bit like too many shells or too crunchy for me. So that's the only kind of negative thing I would say. Otherwise, it's fabulous. So then that morning we left Jupiter and headed down to the Palm Beach area. Ever since we have moved to Central Florida, it's nice to take like long weekends to just explore the different islands around Florida and just all the different areas. There's so many pretty places to see. So I grabbed Starbucks for the fam and then drove like 30 minutes south to the Palm Beach area. We stayed at the Hilton Singer Island Oceanfront Palm Beach Resort. I know it's like a super long name, but that's what pops up when you like Google it on the maps. It was so pretty and very nice. We loved the oceanfront view and room. It is definitely super expensive, especially just for one evening, but it's kind of like we got 2 full days out of it. One, we were actually able to check in early at no additional fee because our room was already ready, but the girl at the front desk was like, I can go ahead and give you your wristband. You do have access to everything for the day since you're already paying to stay that night. So there's the pool down there. And then you'll have actually beach chairs and like a beach area access right down there. So if you're a family, especially with young kids, I mean, even though checkout was 11 a.m. the next day, that's basically like living your whole life by 11 a.m. So we were able to get up, go to the beach for a little bit, and then go to the pool, and then still go back to our room and just kind of quickly shower and change, and then to check out by 11 a.m. To our hotel. This is one of the oceanfront views. It's beautiful. So we are all just getting ready, and then we're gonna head down to the pool, get some lunch, and enjoy our beach. So ladies, mid-sized mamas, this swimsuit, get my hair out of the way, is from Amazon. Look how flattering it is. And I just pair it with a bottom. Flattering though, it is linked on my Amazon storefront, which I will have linked. And then at this, we're staying at the Hilton right here, you can see. Technically the name is the Singer Island Oceanfront Palm Beaches. So this is the oceanfront view. This is actually your room key. So everyone in your party will have this wristband, which is your key to your room right here and access to everything. It's waterproof, you can shower with it too. So this is the little like tiki bar area right when you come out of the hotel, and that to your right here, there is access to the pool. And you can eat lunch there and everything. It was nice for us. We could just place an order like at that tiki bar, and they do have some servers walking around if you want to grab like anything from their menu, and then they'll just put it in like a little to-go box if you get food. So we just got a cheeseburger, french fries, and then chicken fingers and french fries. That way the kids could still swim and we could enjoy some pool time, and then my husband and I could enjoy some lunch too. So our room did come with, I'm trying to remember if it was 1 or 2. It was 2 chairs. So it was nice. Per every room that there is, you can get 2 chairs. So it's first come, first serve. So once you get down there, this is perfect. Here's our little setup right here. So you get 2 chairs and an umbrella, and look at all that seaweed. Oh man, it was kind of disappointing to go when there was a bunch of seaweed, but the kids still loved it and enjoyed it. That's our little fan that we brought with us, which I highly recommend getting. It was so awesome. And then after the beach, we went out to dinner. Check out that huge shark. We were actually on vacation during Shark Week, or like the end of Shark Week at this time. So my kids really enjoyed that. just stopped by the outlets on our way home and enjoyed some delicious lunch. This week's video is a travel vlog, and we are headed to Marco Island in Florida. We are a family of 5, so it's my husband and I, and then our 3 kids. They're all ages 7 and under. So I'm going to kind of give you like some tips and tricks and just kind of how we do travel as a family of 5. This is a condo on the beach on Marco Island, and it's towards like the very bottom of the island, but it was great for our family of 5. It's a 1-bedroom, and then they had a pull-out couch here in the living room, which is perfect for our little kids. Check out how pretty that view is right here. Oh, so pretty. I love being able to go to the beach. So beautiful. And we did luck out with beautiful weather for the long weekend. So here is kind of the layout of the condo. It is so nice to have that kind of little kitchen right there in that area, so it makes it pretty easy for you if to do like breakfast and lunch and snacks. And if you're a family that likes to cook on vacation, you have that option too. What I do is I do a big Publix grocery order, like for pickup. I don't think they had delivery at this area, but I do that for breakfast, lunch, and all of our kids' snacks, bottled water, any kind of drinks that we would like. And then we go out to eat, which is like one of my favorite things to do. I actually got my toddler to nap in our room, which is great. So we had like an air conditioning nap that day, and I was able to get a little bit of work done. It's such a beautiful view. Marco Island, Florida is located on the Gulf side of Florida on the very like south part. It's close to the Naples area. Naples is actually north of Marco Island, and Naples has one of my favorite grocery stores. If you are in that area, go to Seed to Table. It's only in Naples. It's the only grocery store like that in the United States. My absolute favorite. You have to try it out. These are like the shaker bottles that my husband and I like to use at the beach. You can like pre-make margaritas or whatever drinks that you would like to do. Even non-alcoholic ones, like if you make an adrenal cocktail or something, it's nice to have it at the beach in your cooler to shake it up and drink. This is my favorite belt bag. Honestly, it's a fanny pack in my opinion, that I got off of Amazon. It is linked to my Amazon storefront, which I will have linked below, so go check that out. It is waterproof. I love using it for the beach or pool, or honestly anytime in the summer. As a mom, you need something that you can hold all your stuff in that's like probably going to end up getting wet. So I really like this for the amount of storage that it had, and it was really soft. It also comes in a bunch of different colors. And that back zipper right there is where I put my iPhone. I have the iPhone 13 Pro Max, so it's a little bit larger, but it still fits perfectly back in there. That way I can keep it like from getting wet and getting sand in it. And then in that front part, I normally put like chapstick or lip glosses or something like that. And then I can put our room keys in there and still have my cards and stuff and gum kind of separated from my cell phone and the keys too. When you're traveling, you want to make sure that you keep like your hotel keys or anything that's magnetic kind of away from your cell phone. I guess it could like deactivate it or something like that. So it's nice to have those extra pockets to kind of keep things separated, but you can still quickly access it. Okay, so now we'll move on to like the food part and the snacks. And thank you for bearing with me. I have a cold, as you can like clearly tell in my voice, but I was like, I'm going to get this video edited with a voiceover and put up. So this is everything that I got from our Publix pickup order. I tried to do super easy. They're not always the healthiest things, but like the most convenient things for myself and my kids. So like Uncrustables, Lunchables, anything Jimmy Dean for breakfast is really good and easy to make. A lot of times Publix will have like good BOGO options, so I'll just go ahead and get whatever is on sale. And then we have a huge cooler we take with us in my husband's truck home. And of course Pub Subs, those are always really good and perfectly made for you to eat. So it's a nice way to kind of save money so you're not eating out at every single meal, even though you are kind of buying more expensive type things at the grocery, like convenience items. But for me, I want to actually enjoy my time and not be prepping a ton of stuff. And I want my kids to still have access to food and like fresh fruit and stuff, so it's easy for them to grab snacks and meals. It's also fun for my kids because I don't keep Lunchables or like Capri Suns or kind of those convenience type foods stocked in our house regularly, so it's like nice for them to have a fun little treat when they're on vacation. My husband loves to go fishing, so when we travel to go to the beach, we actually take his truck. That way everything in the back, he can take his fishing poles, and my oldest son and him go fishing sometimes. So this is how we pack. This is probably a little bit different than like your normal suitcase or duffel bag. We get all of these boxes like this and one big cooler that fits, everything can fit in the back of my husband's truck. He actually measured his truck. He drives a, oh my gosh, what does he drive? I'm blanking on what it is. So anyways, it's like a Ford F-150 or like Chevy truck, a big truck for all 5 of us to fit obviously in the truck. And then the back he measured so he can see exactly how all of these plastic totes fit in the back. That way nothing gets wet. And if it does, it's really easy to wipe off and all of our stuff is protected on the inside. And then it frees up space inside the truck when we're traveling, but we still have every single thing that we need for the beach. Because as y'all know, as a family of 5, you always need so much for the beach, especially with young kids. In this particular condo, it was just a 1 bathroom. So this is kind of how I do all of our toiletries. I get the kids those little like travel cases right there. That way they can either put it in their backpack or I can put everything in a Ziploc bag because a lot of times toiletries just get gross and you need to throw them away anyways. But this is the setup. I always bring like a plastic cup. Honestly, now that I think about it, I could use our Buc-ee's cup, like those color changing ones, and put the kids' bath soap inside the Buc-ee's cup. That way, if you have young kids, you're always trying to like wash their hair or body and they're not old enough to like take a shower or something like that. So that cup is so nice to have to use. That way they're like fully rinsed off. So anyways, okay, also in the previous ones, I am not able to talk as fast as I'm filming, but that was the fresh fruit, those strawberries from Publix, which were delicious. I didn't even add any sugar to them. On this day, we rented a boat, which was so much fun. This is Dolphin Cove Marina. It's on like the very north side of Marco Island. And they do provide life jackets for the kids if you don't have your own. We did have some of our own that fit. So we just took those on the boat and we took all of our fishing stuff. We took coolers, snacks, lunch, all of that type of stuff. It was an absolute blast. Pause the video and then there's their information right there and their number, and they have a lot of different options. They actually have really cool like big pontoon boats too, which are great for big families. We just did a 4-hour shift. We did the 8:30 to 12:30 time slot. So we got there and they went over like a bunch of safety stuff with us. And my husband's like an avid fisherman and knows how to drive boats and everything like that. So he was good to go, which is so nice. I could actually enjoy myself. Look how beautiful it is. So it worked out really well because obviously kids do the best in the morning. So we were able to enjoy our morning and have a little bit of like light lunch and snacks on the boat. And then it's normally enough time for me to get my youngest back for a nap, but he actually fell asleep on the boat. So it wasn't bad at all. Our 3 kids are ages 7, 5, and 2.5. So those were great ages to do for that short amount of time. My 7-year-old goes fishing a lot with my husband and he's able to be on the boat for a longer period of time. But I think 4 hours is like the max for young kids, especially not having a bathroom. I love this brand. It's Alani Nu. I love their brand of energy drinks. Now, I normally am not like a big energy drinker. Like, I definitely don't recommend drinking them daily or like multiple ones a day. But it's nice every once in a while to kind of have that option too, in case you like can't have coffee. My favorite Alani Nu flavors are there. They have a Dream Float, which tastes like orange creamsicle, and then their cherry slush like I had, or like their blue slush. All of them are really, really good. So this is what we did for dinner. I think this is called like the Marco Walk Shopping Center or something like that. I highly recommend this area. There's parking all around and look how pretty it is. It's like a little market square type area. We ate at Marco Prime's Steaks and Seafood. This was absolutely delicious. I got their espresso martini and then just their house red wine with dinner, and it was so, so good. Across the way, they also have the Oyster Society, which is good. Da Vinci's, which is like a family Italian restaurant. Absolutely delicious. And then I think there's like a lobster place too. This is really, really good. Gelato and chocolates and just a great dessert shop, which was within walking distance. You can see right here. I love this location because you can make actually reservations at a lot of these restaurants, and then there's that cute little ice cream place right next door to it. As you can see, we ate right there on the right, and then the ice cream shop is behind us. That way you're not like driving around a bunch on vacation. It's a one-stop shop, which is great for families. This was our last night on Marco Island, and so we decided to go night fishing and to see the absolutely gorgeous sunset. And I was kind of like nervous about doing this because obviously my youngest, he goes to sleep between like 7 and 8. So I just wanted to make sure like everyone was good and he was good and not just like too tired. And it actually worked out really well. I'm just so grateful for that because we were able to go night fishing, which was so much fun, and to see this beautiful sunset. So this is the very south end of Marco Island right here. Absolutely breathtaking. That is stunning. On our last day, we headed down to the Everglades area and we drove down this road. I guess it's called like Alligator Alley because I'm sure that there's a lot of gators everywhere. And we also went on an airboat ride, which was my first time ever doing this. And it was actually very, very fun. I was nervous to do it, but I loved it. And of course, my husband loved it. And the kids loved it. We ate here for lunch at City Seafood, and it was really good. There's a bunch of little restaurants recommended in town. The town is so small, but it was very cute. So this is actually at this restaurant right here. Apparently this is where it was Hurricane Irma. Look how far the water came up. It's that blue line right there. So clearly all of that was underwater. So that was kind of cool to see. So if y'all have been to Marco Island or like anywhere in that area, comment below where we should go next time because we live in Central Florida now. So I'm really excited to go back and visit that area. There just seemed like so much to do and so many pretty places to stay and especially eat. I love going out to eat for meals and dinner, and then I love finding like the best local iced coffee shops or to get really good espresso and stuff like that. Okay, so now let's jump into us riding this airboat. It was so much fun, and it really wasn't as loud as I was thinking. And that concludes our trip. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Meredith. Make sure you subscribe and like this video, and I will see y'all next Monday.